Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is Game 1 of some free play that happened on August 15th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. Stellar Crown pre-releases start Saturday, August 31st, 1 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description, and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as league challenges, league cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good, free, scripted stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. Over on the left, we've got Gholdengo. On the right, we got Arceus Miraidon. Maybe just call it Miraidon. Anyways, it looks like our Gholdengo player won the flip and chose to go first. Looks like they started with the Palkia V, or should I say Origin Form Palkia V. Spun the Pokestop, hit a Buddy Buddy Poffin, brought two Gimmighoul out onto the field with that Poffin, and then attached a Metal Energy to one of the Gimmighoul for their turn. Over on the Miraidon side, it looks like a Palmy was put onto the bench. They started with the Arceus V. Next, a Electric Generator was hit. It was super effective and accelerated from the top 5 cards of the deck. 2 Lightning Energy to that bench. Palmo. And let's see what else they've got on their turn. Nope, Palmy. That's the basic, is Palmy. Palmo is a stage 1. I'm going to get that down here. Shout out to the newer player for teaching me about the Palmo. They are checking out their board, reading their cards, making sure they are seeing everything correctly. They attach an energy to the active Arceus V-Star. Arceus loves that. Turn 1, getting an energy attached to it, so that with the next turn, it can start swinging as an evolved form, ideally. But it looks like things are passed back over to our Gholdengo player, who starts us off with a Nest Ball. They're taking a look at their hand, trying to determine the proper sequencing for this turn. As our electric player checks out that Pokestop. Here in free play, of course, our players take a lot more time. These are untimed games. Mostly for fun, also for learning, if you want to learn something. But mostly for, like I said, having fun and chilling, playing some Pokemon cards, playing this Nest Ball here. First of all, to search the deck for a basic Pokemon to add to the bench. Radiant Greninja is probably a good one to find off of the Nest Ball, as the Buddy Buddy Poffin cannot. And then the Radiant Greninja is more card draw. Next, Irida will be played in order to search the deck for a Water-type Pokemon and an item card. The Water-type Pokemon is easy. It's that Origin Form Palkia V-Star, as long as it's in deck. I'm sure our player has confirmed here. There it is. And I'm sure we're going to see that Palkia V evolves straight away. Earthen Vessel is the item card that Irida can find. That's good to get more energy, as this Gholdengo deck likes having lots of energy in play, a discard pile, or in hand, should I say. Origin Form Palkia V evolves into a V-Star, and Earthen Vessel seems to be the next card to be played. That item card has you discard a card. Canceling Clone will get discarded here. To search the deck for 2 basic energy cards. 2 waters seem to be the target. Canceling Cologne, I don't think will come up in this matchup. 2 water energy added to the hand there. Radiant Greninja can get another water energy into the discard pile and draw 2 more cards. Origin Form Palkia V-Star likes water energy in the discard pile. So Radiant Greninja discards an energy, draws 2 cards. Another Gimmighoul is found and put onto the bench here. Lots of Gimmighoul in play. Have not found a Gholdengo yet. So let's spin the Pokestop. Oh, and hit 2 items. Pokestop has you discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Then you may put any item cards discarded in this way to your hand. A loss of that full art Cypher Maniacs code breaking, but we can get that back with something like Palpad. And 2 items were hit. The Superior Energy Retrieval, very good. And a Buddy Poffin, not as useful now, but can be discard fodder later, as a water energy is attached to the active. And Palkia uses its V-Star Power ability Star Portal to accelerate up to 3 water energy from the discard pile to Pokemon in play. 1 water goes on to the active, fully powering its attack up. The next water is debatable, but it goes on to the Radiant Greninja. This does make the most sense. It may have been good too to leave it in the discard pile, but let's just get the full value of that Star Portal here. And then Palkia has the Subspace Swell attack, 60 plus, 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon in play. So 160 damage. Subspace Swell punch here. As play resumes over on the Lightning side with an Iron Hands EX put onto the bench. That full art future technology joining the party here. Now, if I was in the active player's shoes, I'd be looking for a Arceus V-Star. Arceus V-Star can find, with its V-Star power, any 2 cards. So you could find something like that. Double Turbo Energy to start attacking and accelerating energy. Arceus V-Star can only accelerate energy with its attack to Pokemon V in play, so maybe more of those could be found to power up if we're going in with this Arceus. I don't think there's any way to take a one-shot on the opposing. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's a big thing. Palkia V-Star is weak to lightning. Okay. So now things completely change. If we can get 3 energy on that Iron Hands and the Arceus V out of the active spot, Iron Hands can take the KO with its first attack, 160 damage, times 2. The Palmy evolves to Palmo. Its Headbolt would not take the KO. Headbolt that would do 70 damage if that Palmy evolved to Palmo. I guess you can use Rare Candy and evolve into the stage 2. But it looks like our player is going to attach a lightning energy to the Iron Hands and then play Gita. Gita says, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. During this turn, your Pokemon cannot attack. So, powering up that Iron Hand seems just fine here, as Gita's going to be played. Of course, we like the quick acceleration of the electric generator and being allowed to attack with that, but This is definitely a guarantee that those 2 energy are going to go onto a Pokemon that can make a big difference. But something like, there we go, that switch cart now can let that Iron Hand, or excuse me, that Palmy move into the active spot. Heal a little bit of damage off of the Arceus V, of course. The Palmy cannot attack, but at least there's just a single prizer in the active spot here for our Lightning player. Kind of stinks just offering up a couple Lightning energy. So imagine if that Iron Hands was the one that received the energy acceleration from the generator. Palmy in the active and pass. Over to Gholdengo's side now. 1 energy in the discard pile. Well, I say Gholdengo, but look who's running the show right now. That Palkia V-Star. Powerful V-Star. Power ability. Solid attack. 280 HP. Efficient attack as well. But starting things off, that Radiant Greninja, discarding an energy card to draw 2 cards. I believe the Iron Hands would love to be knocked out here. Star Portal. Let's see if there's 5 on the bench. 200 is about the most damage the Palkia V-Star can do this turn, I believe. So the KO would have to be taken with the Gholdengo. Okay, so just an attack and pass. Excuse me, Star. Palkia V-Star knocked out that 1 prize Pokemon Iron Hands into the active spot, and play resumed over on the Lightning side, whose turn I completely missed. It looks like that was a Professor's Research top deck, so that's very nice. That supporter has you discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Arceus V-Star would be nice here, but Miraidon is a great start. That's put onto the bench, and its tandem unit ability is used once per turn. You can search your deck for up to 2 basic Lightning Pokemon to put onto the bench. You can chain tandem units if you wanted to as well. The first target's going to be another 1 prizer, Palmy. Another Miraidon EX would be good. We got the Iron Hands already. So searching for the other Iron Hands. Get it into play and out of the deck. Palkia, excuse me, Arceus V-Star would be great here. Ultra Bar, the card itself. Lightning energy in hand, so there's an Ampy very much for a 3 prize turn here. No. Ampy very much does 120 damage. That times 2 would be 240. Not enough, so going to attach an energy and use the first attack. Arm Press, 160 times 2. More than enough to KO the 280 HP Lightning Weak V-Star. Radiant Greninja slides into the active spot with that water energy attached to it, and play resumes. Over on Gholdengo's side, let's see if we could see any Gholdengo this turn. Ultra Ball would be cool. Oh man, capturing Aroma would be perfect right here. So Nest Ball will be played. To search the deck for a basic Pokemon to add to the bench. the final fourth Gholdengo is found and put onto the board. That one can attack, but the other three cannot. There is concealed cards to be used, as well as a Pokestop, but you really don't want to discard those Gholdengo with the Pokestop. And that has to be found. A Gholdengo EX has to be found in order for there to be an attack this turn. There are 4 energy in the discard pile, so superior energy retrieval would be super effective. 5 energy would be needed in order to KO the opposing 230 HP Iron Hands EX. Gholdengo's attack, Make It Rain, does 50 times the amount of basic energy you discard from your hand. So I'm gonna go for the Pokestop. Oh my gosh. And hit that lucky Pokestop. 3 items found there. Most importantly, double Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball can now find those Gholdengo EX. Ultra Ball will discard a useless Buddy Buddy Poffin. And Pokestop will be the next card discarded potentially, since there's already one in play and you have to make decisions about what to discard. Remember, our players are free playing here, so they're definitely chilling, taking their time, and talking through plays and whatever else. There's always a lot going on at League Night. So these will be the 2 cards discarded with Ultra Ball in order to search the deck for a Gholdengo EX and instantly evolve the Gimmighoul with energy on the bench. And now it's time to start drawing cards. Gholdengo has the coin bonus ability. If it's on the bench, it draws 1 card. If it's in the active, it draws 2. So buckle your seatbelts. Alright, it looks like there was just a cut there or something. Did you guys see that? I'm going to rewind it. Just a sec there. We're going back in time in the professor's lab today. Nope, maybe just a glitch there. Just a simple manual retreat into that Gholdengo EX. Now the coin bonus for 2 is live. And we're going to start with that. Okay, energy is found. That's good. There are 5 energy in the discard pile. So now you just need to play 1 superior energy retrieval, since there is a raw energy in hand. 5 times 5 is 25, 250 damage will be able to come down onto this Iron Hands EX. Superior energy retrieval will be played now. The item card has you discard 2 cards in order to put up to 4 basic lightning energy from your discard pile into your hand. You guys see the combo, right? Discard a couple cards, get the energy back into hand from the discard pile. There's 5 in hand. Make It Rain, 250 damage. KO the Iron Hands. Okay, now something's coming back to me now. I was supposed to go through time here where something happened. Nothing happened. You guys didn't see anything. No, I guess I can explain what's happening here. Um, I was just trying to get it to the right point in time. Gotta love these free play videos, right? So what the players decided to do here was to just test and see what would happen if the Gholdengo player somehow didn't have the KO on the Iron Hands, and go from there. Because you could do things like that in free play as long as both players are cool with it, you know. So what happened was the Gholdengo player actually passed, and the KO was not taken on the Iron Hands, and now it is our Iron Hands player turn, I believe. Thank you for your patience with any confusion there. So let's see if our Iron Hands player has the powerful boss's orders in hand. Of course they do in that massive hand. So they play boss's orders on the Lightning Weak Radiant Greninja on the bench. Iron Hands has 4 energy on it, amp you very much, does 120 damage, and if a Pokemon is knocked out by that attack, you may take an additional prize card. So 2 prize cards taken off of that Radiant Greninja there. Gholdengo EX moves into the active spot, and play resumes over on Gholdengo's side. Remember, we're going in the alternate universe of the Gholdengo player could not take the KO and had the pass on that last turn. The Iron Hands player bossed up the Greninja and amp you very much it out of the board, and now it's the Gholdengo's player's turn. I see the Prime Catcher in hand. I do see a superior energy retrieval now in hand that they didn't have, couldn't find on that last turn where it would have mattered immensely. So the KO then is on board. I see 6 energy in the discard pile, so as long as the Gholdengo player has 2 superior energy retrieval, it's guaranteed, but there's a more efficient way to take the KO, probably. So coin bonus for 2, since Gholdengo's in the active spot. Superior energy retrieval will be played now, discarding 2 cards. In order to put 4 basic energy from the discard pile into the hand. I think that turn there was a raw water energy or some kind of energy in hand to be able to have the 5 energy needed to take the KO. So it looks like our players are figuring that out now. So make it rain for 250 damage, knocking out that Iron Hands. Finally. I imagine the Palmy would have moved into the active spot there, and play will resume over on the electric side. Evolve into Palmo. Bench that Regieleki V. And Thundershock, I think, is the only thing our player could do here. They have a huge hand, but just not much else to do but attack. So Thundershock, 30 damage, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Let's see if the Paralyzer will hit. Our player has to be sure to select the correct coin to flip with, because it has to be the lucky coin. I think they are going to go with the Alolan Executor. Speaking of that, we should have some higher quality for these videos coming up soon. We'll give it a good try. Aha, no Thundershock yet. First, an Electric Generator. Good. Electric Generator has you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you can attach any lightning energy you find there to your bench lightning Pokemon in any way you like. So 1 energy is found. That's okay. You like 2. You want the 2. You play and plan for the 2, but we'll take the 1 on the Miraidon. And let's see if they can get in it. Well, I guess they do have a guaranteed attack with the Thunder Shock, and that's not a bad one either. So Nemona will draw 3 cards, and it looks like another Electric Generator is found. That's played. Let's see if we could find the 2 lightning in the top 5 this time. I don't think I see any. Are there 0? Is this the round is slow roll? Oh my gosh. Take a peek at the next card. You know you have to, because it's always the next card. And no Electric Generator found. Feels bad every time, but it happens for sure. Lightning energy attached from hand to that Miraidon with an energy on the bench. And are we flipping coins? Our players are just ensuring that how that energy was attached this turn. It would be nice to swing with the Miraidon, and actually if that Regieleki VMAX were online, Miraidon would have its attack boosted. I guess by still not enough. Miraidon will also need 1 more modifier like the Zapdos, Lightning Symbol Zapdos, or a Vitality Band. Then it could reach 260. Regieleki VMAX gives plus 30 damage to Miraidon's 220 attack. Vitality Band does plus 10. All that together is 260, I think. But looks like we're not getting there this turn as a Super Rod is played to shuffle back into the deck a couple Lightning Energy and that Iron Hands EX. That future technology. Alright, Thunder Shock. 30 damage, flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's Pokemon is paralyzed, remember. Don't forget. Oh, and a Bravery Charm is put onto that Miraidon on the bench, giving it 270 HP. Thunder Shock, super effective. The opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed. Paralyzed, you turn it sideways, and 30 damage, of course. And paralyzed means you can't attack or retreat. And at the end of your turn, you're unparalyzed. So we need something like a switch or a prime catcher. The way special conditions work are if the Pokemon moves to the bench, the special condition is removed. Also, if the Pokemon evolves, the special condition is removed. Of course, if you play something like a special condition remover card, that would work too. 3, 4, 5, 6 energy in the discard pile currently. And the big target there is that Miraidon on the opponent's side. We would need a lot of energy to make it rain to take the KO, or a way to get rid of that Bravery Charm with something like the Lost Vacuum or other tool removal or nullifiers. A Lost Vacuum is in hand. Oh, I see the Prime Catcher. There is a Boss's Orders too. So is there Superior Energy Retrieval, or a way to get the energy in hand? Gholdengo evolves on the bench. Another coin bonus ready. So yeah, Superior Energy Retrieval. And 1 more energy would do it. Double Superior Energy Retrieval would do it, along with that Lost Vacuum, taking away the Bravery Charm that gives the Miraidon plus 50 HP. Gholdengo also needs 1 energy attached to it in order to attack, so that's always something to keep in mind. We can draw cards. There is a Pokestop, so let's start with the coin bonus on the bench to draw into another coin bonus. Let's keep the coin bonus chain going. Let's do the double coin bonus first. Alright, there's the water energy. So as long as there is a superior energy retrieval in hand, I think it's nice and clean here. As long as there's a boss's orders, that'd be cleaner. I think you're okay with leaving the Gholdengo with 230 HP. And with the opponent with no energy on their side of the board. But the lightning decks with that electric generator can accelerate lots of energy out of nowhere. Earthen Vessel is played now, discarding a Bidoof to search the deck for 2 metal energy to add to the hand. Let's just get all that energy out of the deck. Okay, looks like we're going to go with the Prime Catcher play then, now since we have plenty of energy. Prime Catcher moves one of the opponent's bench Pokemon into the active spot. Prime Catcher, player's choice. And then you do the same, your choice again. So Gholdengo moves into the active, the threat Miraidon moves into the active spot on the opponent's side. Undamaged Gholdengo in the active on Gholdengo's side, of course. And let's see how our player decides to sequence this now. My guess is superior energy retrieval, and there's already an energy, and there's lots of energy in hand 3. So energy attached to the active Gholdengo. It also uses coin bonus to draw 2 more cards. Lost Vacuum now being played, sending Manaphy to the Lost Zone in order to send a tool or stadium in play to the Lost Zone. Of course, the tool is going to get sent to the Lost Zone, Bravery Charm, reducing the Miraidon EX's HP back to 220. Now 5 energy must be discarded in order to take the KO on it. Superior energy retrieval will discard Buddy Buddy Poffin. And whatever other card is not needed. Let's get rid of that Counter Catcher since we plan on being ahead on prizes. We're going to 1 prize. Yeah, that doesn't matter anymore. To bring back 3 waters to the hand, another water is discarded from hand along with those 4 to do 250 damage to the Miraidon to knock it out. Palmo moves back to the active spot. Player zooms on its side. So there's always the shot of a paralyzed play. Oh, there's the Palmot EX. I'll tell you guys more about it if it becomes relevant here. But I got it ready in front of me just in case. Alright, so what would be best for our Miraidon player to do here? It'd be very nice to be able to one-shot a Gholdengo EX and then hope the Gholdengo player doesn't have what they have in hand, so some hand disruption to the Gholdengo player would be nice too. And then Paralyze and Pray, you always have that, along with hand disruption. That would be fine. But then the Gholdengo player already has 3 Gholdengo out, so more cards can be drawn, potentially drawn out of that awkward situation. It looks like Palmot EX. Oh, okay, I do kind of remember this now. Okay, so Palmot EX, 300 HP. It has the 11 strike attack for 2 energy. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 220 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, and then see, I was completely missing too that our Gholdengo player only has 2 prize cards left, so KO, of course, will just win them the game on a 2 prize Pokemon. The 11 strike that the Palma EX has, our players show that they had it, right? Yep, there it is, over here on your left side of the screen. Discard 2 energy. This attack does 220 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you could pick bench Pokemon with 11 strike. You can target them. And that Gholdengo has 30 damage on it. Gholdengo has 260 HP, so 230 remaining. 11 strike will leave it with just 10 HP. So that was a very close, very good game there. If I think I remember right, the opponent conceded this game here. I'll watch things play out here in the professor's lab. Now, of course, an energy would have to be in hand, too. Let's say if 11 strike did 230. But there we go. Our lightning player sees the writing on the wall and then decides to concede the game here. We learned a lot and had some fun in this free play. What do you think of this video and the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.